Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast with the shittiest audio but the most amazing content. Thank you all for tuning in to listen wherever you are and however you're accessing us. We appreciate your time and we appreciate your interest in us. So sit back, relax, or if you're driving, enjoy the ride as you listen to another amazing episode. Yeah. Well, here we go. It's
Hey
gonna
guys,
okay.
happy
Well, hey.
420.
Oh Jesus! Right off the gate. I mean, we
Yeah,
didn't even
out
get.
of the gate. Yeah, done.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
know that you're walking into this
okay.
and it
So
might be
real
really
quick,
ugly, but it is what it is.
right? So real quick, this is the dinosaur and the dude. Uh, the
Who
most,
am I?
the
Who am
most.
I? Wait, who am I?
We'll get to you. We always get to you after
Oh, we
the.
do? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you.
We'll do it over again.
God, this is
Hey
going to be
everyone,
like
this is the
fumbling with a
dinosaur and the
toddler.
dude. The most what did we call it last time? Fuck.
The most amazing.
No. We did
No, we got to come up with a new one. That's what we were talking about
yeah, we
last time.
did
And if
though.
you
We
weren't
came up with
here last time, then you need to go back and listen
yeah, we
because you're
came
going to
up
think
with a
that we're
new one.
really fucked up, and I am. He's not.
Yeah, right. And I can't believe
So
most,
that's just not his jam, and that's totally cool.
okay, we're gonna go with this one. I know it started with a P, but it's the most preposterous podcast.
Preposterous. I like that. That sounds
Most
so fancy. Like we
preposterous.
should get monocles.
Yeah, right. The most preposterous podcast with the most amazing content. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, listening to us on this 420 episode. And you know,
Woo woo.
the ambassador of the 420 episode is the one and the only, the dinosaur.
That's
And Don the
me.
dude.
That is me. That is me.
So yeah, I mean,
You might not be able to stand me today.
yeah, right. We're like, so everyone, just keep that in mind. That's what we're experiencing right now. Nah,
Because she's tripping balls.
right. One of
Just
us is
kidding. I'm
tripping
totally
balls.
messing.
One of us is tripping balls. Guess who? Just close your eyes and try and guess. Try and
Right.
guess. So I mean, I think since we're already there with it, let's just go ahead
We're
and
there. You're
yeah,
already
since we're
there?
already there with it,
Okay.
we want
Of
to go
course
ahead
you
and
are. Of course
yeah,
you
address the whole thing. The elephant in the room. It's 420, so people
Yay.
are inhaling all the weed they possibly can
I would say
in
enjoying because there's different ways of doing it.
yeah, there are different ways of doing it. It's edibles, it's smokables, it's all kinds of
It
oils and
is.
ingestibles. But we've talked about it several times before on other episodes. Well, I make it sound like we had a whole weed episode, but I think that this might be
I think right,
the
right.
more weed. This might be the more weed focused episode.
Mm,
We've
I'm here
touched
for
on
it.
these highlights of weed, either through the legality, either through the ways that people are using it, either from pain or as you and I touched on before, ADD, and then also last episode, pain being another thing. And it's it seems appropriate to
Hello,
go
I'm the
back
poster
now.
child. So
Yeah, yeah, it seems appropriate to go back and revisit some of those things and see thoughts on it. And I want to get more of the thoughts on it because I feel like we did a bulk, but we still had some unfinished discussions going on with you and
well, the
your
game has
thoughts
changed now because
yeah, your thoughts in
I was
regards to
using it on for pain,
right.
and my pain management doctor knows that
So okay,
I
hold
would
on.
prefer not to take pills.
Right. So hold on. So your doctor knows,
Hmm.
and it's kind of a code, right? Your doctor knows I would prefer not to take any pills. So I think doctors know that's kind of like a code, like yeah.
Yeah,
So let
like
me
I mean,
go
I
ahead and
can
get
say
in
it
the
without saying
frame.
it. I take care of
Yeah,
it in
yeah,
another
yeah,
way,
yeah. It's sort of like let me go ahead and get in the mindset of
but I do tell
okay,
them. You
she
know,
doesn't want to do pills. She doesn't do want to do big pharma. So let me go ahead and think of all the alternative ways and shepherd her in
Smoke
a
this
way
and rub
that's
some dirt on it. You good to go.
right. Shepherd her in some way that's going to be beneficial. How I don't know, and that's why I'm so glad I have you to ask these questions.
I'm happy to. I'm obliged.
How how does a how does your doctor handle that? I mean, clearly they know, she, whatever, they know
So if they
that.
gave me opioids,
Mhm,
they would have to drug test me. So they
mhm.
just don't give me opioids.
Right, but what about THC? You're you're more mindful of opioids over THC.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. An opioid can't grow from the ground. I mean, opium can, but whenever they start mixing chemicals with it,
Mhm.
we got a problem.
Right, but I mean, that's aside from testing. Aside from being tested and it showing up in your system, I mean, that's a it's like one is being tested, the other one is how
Right.
opiates
No, what
show
I'm
up
saying is
in your
an how a pill, an opioid, is going to affect my body versus
system.
how THC affects my body.
Mhm,
It's not it's not as drastic. It's not as harsh.
mhm, mhm. Okay, okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of different things okay, okay. Of how opioids affect people, not just on an
Sure.
addictive level, but then just how the body handles it, period. Um, I don't think that gets discussed a lot either. I think that some people just think of opioids is just the
And addiction.
yeah. It's just like you do opioids and it's bye-bye. You have
Right.
no
You're going to be snorting trank or whatever they
yeah,
call it,
yeah. It's like soon as you
which
do
is some bullshit.
yeah, as soon as you do opioids, it's everything is gone. Like you're just selling everything immediately that night. I don't know if any I don't know if any of that
I'm
is
gonna waste this on strippers and blow. Okay, I'm going
yeah,
out.
yeah. It's like anything. I don't even know if you are that organized to get strippers and blow. You just want opioids and that's it. Like
I
fuck,
know people. Okay,
like
I don't
you're like
do
fuck,
those things anymore, but
nah,
I can arrange something.
like fuck strippers. You got to pay them. I want
No,
to use that money for opioids.
I've never done cocaine. The
Yeah.
only thing that I've done is THC.
Okay. So
Okay, maybe some shrooms if we're being
so
honest,
that's a
and the
that's
acid that once.
and what?
But that's it. The acid that
Oh
one
yeah, an
time.
acid. Okay, so weed and
Right,
acid.
right.
Um, yeah, which
But I don't do acid. It scares the death out of me. It's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. So
But shrooms are nice.
that's an interesting diversion in the topic there. And then
That's my gateway.
yeah, I'm not scared of it. I
Oh my god, I love you.
it's an interesting
I'm not
thing
scared of it.
because well, I'm not scared to bring it up. I think we might want to talk about it on another episode, but maybe we can squeeze it in on this one. I
Because we only need to talk about weed and aliens?
right.
Is that really what's going on?
Right,
Because
yeah, if we're
that
talking
sounds like
about
the
weed and
best podcast
yeah, if
ever.
we're talking about
Okay.
weed and aliens, probably some acid's gonna be in there, and some shrooms are gonna be in
For them, not for me.
there. Yeah, me not doing any of that, it's interesting that I've been with people and or in relationships with certain people that do, and,
Right.
that might be a different topic, of discussion on another.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's very 420 appropriate,
It
especially
is?
when you're talking about yes,
You're like,
and
"Oh."
especially when you're
You're like,
talking
"Oh,
about
no, fuck it."
relationships.
He's like, "Oh, no, fuck it, it's a dude story? Yes, it's appropriate. Go."
Yeah, this is appropriate. I mean, it's we talk about. You don't have to talk about people in specific,
Right,
but
right, right.
as
Yeah.
far as how to introduce, like for instance, if whenever Laura and I met, I knew that she didn't smoke
Mhm,
and she knew that I did,
mhm,
and we just kind of respected that, and that
mhm,
was
mhm.
okay. Some people it wouldn't be okay. They would be like,
Right,
no, the smell, it's a moral thing.
right.
It's whatever,
So
whatever.
so for me, again, it's gonna be, "Oh, fuck, this gets so dark." So
I like it.
for me with my past, I grew up with a bunch of alcoholics, and so I didn't have a good relationship with alcohol or drugs. It was a it they
Right.
they would do drugs, but predominantly it was more alcohol.
Alcohol.
Like you
Hey,
would,
you know what? Alcohol is just as bad.
oh yeah,
It
yeah, yeah,
can
yeah. I'm not
be
saying that.
in the wrong
Yeah.
with the wrong people and being abused. Oh,
So from my perspective, alcohol has and always will be a drug. It's not something that I'm like prescribed to lately. Like, oh yeah, it is a drug. No, for me, it's been a fucking drug from the very beginning. It's just the most legal
sure.
drug out there. It does more damage than
Well, that and
anything.
sugar.
Anything. I'm not giving up my sugar. Fuck that. That's not what this episode is about. But
You
hey,
like pick another day.
hey,
Pick
hey.
another day.
Yeah, right. We hold on. Uh, so for me, drugs was something that they would do. Other drugs, I say, they would do, but then in front of me would be alcohol. And so I
Right.
never had a good
It's
relationship.
like it's almost like that was sustaining them for a bigger thing.
Um, like for me, there are some people that I've never known them to be sober.
What?
I've never been around them where I've known of them not drinking in some
And is
capacity.
that hard though? Is that hard growing up and having to watch yourself all the time?
Yeah. So it's
I
weird.
mean, did you think about that or is it just what it
Yeah.
was?
So it's weird because that relationship and that understanding of what it was wasn't really, it was something that you had to experience as opposed to what you were told it was. Okay. So you didn't know what drunk was. You just knew
Until you experienced it
this person
or saw the effects of it.
with his buddies, and that's how he comes back, and he's violent, and that's that. And so, and I'm not talking. And so, what's interesting is my parents weren't that way. It was more so my other relatives and grandparents.
Okay, so you say that you were a bit guarded from it because of that?
So it was the exposure of those people that I would be around because you're left at somebody else's house while your parents are out praising Jesus.
Right.
And so I think for
All
me, it
the
was one of
time.
those where I had to understand what that was, understand why uh, people do that, and to realize that there's a myriad of reasons why people do. But what I ended up finding out was that I had a strong disdain for it. I could not be around people with it that did it or
Man,
anything.
you picked the wrong sport to
And
support.
what I ended up having to later process was it wasn't those people. It was more of me not expressing that to the people that I grew up with.
Or not
So
understanding it in a different
I
perspective.
had I had um, anger and whatever you want to call it. I'll just lump it in and saying anger um, to people that would drink around me.
Okay.
Like my best friend. Um,
Well, you've done some work because you've done some work on yourself. So good for you.
yeah,
Because I recognize that all those times, like at after parties, that I would just be there like drinking beer
right,
with
right,
a
right,
fucking pitcher,
right.
and you didn't ever let me know that you had a problem with it. I couldn't tell that you were uncomfortable. So that means that you really worked on yourself, and that's so good.
I had to but it was like forcing myself to be but it was like forcing myself to be in certain situations in order to be able to not feel that way about people. Like I couldn't
Do you think that doing that makes you socially awkward? It can, maybe.
wait by trying to be around people that are drinking.
Just forcing yourself to be in a
Oh,
situation where you're normally uncomfortable,
hmm, that was something that I realized that
because
yeah,
that would
yeah,
make me kind of weird.
yeah. It made me face it because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and you had to deal with
yeah,
it.
because
That's great.
before all of that I was just reacting to it. I was never facing it. I was just reacting to it, but I was reacting to it against people that had no association with what was giving those feelings to me other than they were mimicking and or being like people that I grew up with that I just hated for putting, me in an environment like that. In situations like that and being around abuse and all that kind of other stuff. like I said, deeper conversation. But
It's so messed up. It is so messed up. God, can I just say that?
yeah, I'm not trying to ruin your
Like
high. That's what I
knowing,
was trying to
no,
force
no,
this
no, no, knowing your
conversation.
history, fucking wow.
So I ended up,
Peanuts in a bag, man. That just blew my brain
yeah.
out.
So I was just like, for me, it was like once I started realizing that I was in relationships with people and I was attracted to people, but then oh, you get blackout drunk. Ugh.
Right.
I
Well, I
can't
mean,
stand you now. I can't stand being with
yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah.
and
I
then
get that. That's
having
true.
a conversation with them and then wake up and it's like, I don't remember anything we talked about. Well, we did this.
Right. I
We
don't know what
did?
you're talking about.
We
We didn't even
did?
go
What
there,
else did we do? We did?
What happened?
No.
Right.
Then it becomes a thing of like, okay, what else do you do that you don't know what the fuck you do? Uh, it took me a while to get over that.
Yeah, I'm sure. And that anger can boil.
Yeah, especially if it goes on, like if you go a good period of time not even facing it at all. And I eventually started realizing, like, okay, I'm with and I'm around people um, that do various amounts of drugs, and
Yeah, that's true, I
but I
guess.
but I love being with them. I love being around. I love the person and the people that each of them are. They're not. Well, okay. I was gonna say something, but some of them were about their alcoholism. They're not though. On the surface, they were, and eventually I got into a relationship with a couple of people that did like have done, acid, coke, meth,
Yikes.
and but it was something. It was,
I mean, it happens. I know that.
yeah,
And to
and it was
to
one.
think that I have come this far being unscathed
Yeah,
as I am, I could have ended up much worse. I mean, hello, I had daddy issues.
right.
So,
Well, for me, it was
you
one of
know,
those where it was always, well, I used to do that. I don't do it now. I'm just letting you know that's something I used to do. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so that's something you used to do. I wouldn't have known you did it until you just told me right now. Are you just telling me that because you might do it again, but you don't see yourself doing it anytime soon? But just in case, you let me know, hey, I've done these before.
hey, crazy town, how are you
I
doing?
was like, okay. And so I'm just like, thank, thanks for, thanks for letting,
Thanks.
thanks for letting me know. Um,
Hey, running away.
right. But being, you know, last relationship, shrooms were there, weed, uh, alcohol.
So let me just verify something. Let me just clarify something rather. I smoke weed
Uh-huh.
every day.
Okay. Yeah.
I either smoke it, eat it, drink it,
Yeah.
whatever,
Hmm.
every day.
Hmm.
And it helps with my
Hmm.
anxiety and it helps with my pain,
Hmm.
which is awesome. um, but shrooms, I mean, I've maybe done in the past 5 years once. No, twice. Just
Hmm.
twice. So it's very few and far between.
Yeah. The last
And I
person,
have to like know the person and everything.
yeah, the last person I was in a relationship with was weed every day, um, which I was fine with. I think that for me, that even was something that I had, because when you get to the point where you're like, fuck it, all drugs are hell, you know, devil issues or whatever, you start to realize the propaganda that's behind a lot of them, especially marijuana. And once I started realizing that,
Hell, okay, refer back to that book that I
once I
told you
started
about, Smoke
realizing that,
Signals. You've really
Hmm?
I said that book, Smoke Signals. You've got to check it
Oh,
out.
right.
Go ahead.
Right. That's it. But once I got into the point of where I realized where and what was really going on with all of that, I I became way more of an advocate for it. Still haven't smoked any, but I respect everybody.
That's cool. We love an ally
Yeah,
on
right.
this beautiful 420 day.
Yeah. So weed is amazing. I've had it around me quite a bit in a very, very committed way. Uh, you like to the point that,
I am committed.
like to the
It's
point
a commitment.
to the point that I was with someone that would have it on them at all times, or if they were over at my place, it was at my place. And so,
Sure.
yeah, so committed in the sense that if I did something really reckless and the cops had to get involved, they might, put a charge on me for having it, and I didn't.
Possession,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because sometimes I'd be around it by
That's the lingo.
yeah,
You know
sometimes
what I
I'd be
mean?
around it by myself. Yeah, and it's sort of like one of those typical, yeah, okay, sure, right, sir, but I don't smoke, it's not mine, it's
Right,
whatever.
of course
Oh
it's
yeah,
not really.
right, okay, sure, sure, yeah, yeah. So it's an interesting thing. That's why I was really also intrigued. Watch how I do this. I was very intrigued in regards to how you were with it with ADD, and because a lot of times I feel like some people are taking it for that, but I just never had the opportunity to talk to somebody that really was, you using using it and taking weed with the intent of minimizing and addressing ADD.
It well, it helps,
Uh-huh.
but I do have to take Ritalin
Okay.
because the older that I get, the worse it is, which is why I'm going to go see that
Oh, right,
neurologist
right, right. So you do
because I'd prefer not to be on Ritalin.
right.
But so if there's an issue, I need to know.
So if not Ritalin, is there an alternative, or is it just doing
I'm
more
sure there
weed?
is. I just haven't researched it yet.
Yeah, is it more weed, or because I know when I again,
It depends on the strain.
and again when I say alternative, I'm totally thinking of a of a more natural, not another Ritalin alternative in a pharmaceutical sense. But yeah, you're saying it depends on the strain. So because
Mhm.
you would think like if you could do it with a stronger strain, that
So there's two different.
okay,
There's indica
uh-huh,
and there's sativa.
right, right,
So the effects of indica, it's more about your body.
hmm
So it's like soothing. It calms you down.
hmm
It relaxes you. Um, you can sleep on it a lot better.
hmm
Um, I can't go to sleep if I have a sativa, which a sativa is more in the head. So it's more about your brain. Your brain is active. It's alert. It's you know, you're doing things.
Oh, okay,
You're going.
okay,
So, um, I prefer. Well, that's not true. I wouldn't say I prefer indica. I prefer indica for my anxiety, but whenever I need to focus and get shit done, I use sativa because then I can really, really, really focus. But it's nice that I can not focus.
right. There's a preference. Your preference is built on the need. So
Right.
if you need focus, you would prefer one strain over another.
Right. If I have to clean the house, indica is not where I want to be,
Okay,
because
gotcha,
I won't be cleaning the
gotcha.
house.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Um, it's interesting that it seems like the way doctors are, pharmacists are, there's no real emphasis on finding a natural um, alternative to something. It's you have to do Ritalin, and you could do some weed with that. It's like the weed
Well,
is
I mean, you
helping.
can do it illegally. So,
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
depending on the situation, and with my situation, hopefully Texas will pass the bill. Oh gosh, what is it?
The one that you were
I
talking
can't
about
remember
last
the bill
episode.
number.
Yeah, the one you were talking about
Yeah.
this episode for pain
Hmm.
relief. But what I meant by that,
Yeah. So it's been approved, but it's waiting for the Senate to approve it now.
what I meant by
It's
it
been
though
approved by the.
is that you have to do so. I'm just going to be as naive about it as possible. If I had
Oh no, go ahead. I mean, if I know, I'll tell
If I
you.
had ADD, the doctor say, "Oh, hey, dude, you got ADD. Thanks for letting me know. I was wondering what's wrong with myself. No problem. Here's some Ritalin. Okay, awesome. Now, if I go to the point where I'm saying, fuck this shit, I want to get off of it, which I assume a lot of people do. Fuck this shit, I want to get off of it, and the more and more I look into it, the more and more I'm leading toward, okay, I can get some marijuana. I just got to figure out how to get it legally. And then eventually I have to figure out, okay, I can get it because I got this guy. This guy's going to give it to me. Fuck the law. And I'm going to try and start doing things better for myself with some marijuana. Okay. How do you regulate the Ritalin in there? Do I still take the Ritalin as prescribed, or do I do a lesser dose, or do I not do it
So
as much, or
I
what?
don't know the exact milligrams, but they told me that I could take 2 of them every morning if I wanted to. I only take 1.
Okay. So you go
So if I'm
what?
if I'm under a lot of
Uh-huh.
stress and I'm having a hard time focusing even more because I'm just too
Right.
stressed, which happens, and that started after my dad died.
Okay, right.
So because that really fucked me up. I mean, I had problems before, but that was a whole nother level
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
not prepared for that
Mhm.
at all. Not that you can be, but we lost him in 30 days,
Yeah.
less than 30
Yeah.
days. So, and then my brain just kind of flipped and something happened and I don't really know, but um so yeah, there's that. And what were you saying? I'm sorry.
So
Hello.
well, I think you answered it. It was more one of those things where now the Ritalin becomes a as needed thing. Okay, I can take 2 of them a day,
Yes.
but if I feel like I can manage with 1, that's what I'm gonna do, and if I feel like I can manage with 1 by the help of this weed, absolutely, that's what I'm gonna do because I wanna take less Ritalin as possible, and I get that. I think that that was the thing that I was wondering how that works. If somebody was I mean, again, this in all of our episodes is a splash of education, entertainment, humor. There's some reality in what we say, in the stories and the experiences. We'll leave the names out for the respect of those particular people, but at no way are we saying like, "Hey, if you have ADD, this is the way you should go." Everybody's approach and everybody's needs are going to be different. This is just
Right. And don't be afraid to talk to your doctor about it.
right,
Weed is not that big of a fucking deal.
right,
They're going to want to know.
right.
Just tell them.
Uh, this is the dinosaur's experience. This is all that the dinosaur can go off of.
Yeah, no,
This is
I'm not a specialist or anything. I'm not an
right.
expert at all.
This is my
Um,
experience. This is all I can go off of
right.
is my experience. If you've grown up around people that drink a lot of alcohol, you probably don't feel the same way that I did at the time. And I get it. I get it. A lot of people don't, but there are different perspectives to it and different experiences, and we're just sharing ours. So
Yeah, so I
now that
did
that
look up.
disclaimer is out of the way, proceed.
I did right, exactly. Thank you. We don't know
Yeah,
shit.
right,
That
right.
needs to be
You
our
summed it up
disclaimer
last on
motto.
one
We
episode.
do not know
Exactly.
shit.
You summed it up on one episode. It's just that we don't know shit.
We don't know shit.
This is one step
Um,
down from a Dr. Seuss book.
so I looked up to see if there was herbs for ADHD that you could take.
Hmm.
So plants, and there's an article on. hmm,
It's got to be something that's like mysteriously been wiped out because big pharma's just gone out there and just like fuck that shit. Nobody's find out.
right, cancel culture. This
Nobody will find out about this miracle plant.
ever. This is like Templar
Yeah,
documents. Uh,
that's why we have deserts
um,
because that's where all the plants were. Oh, conspiracy.
yeah. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm just looking at a bunch of different things online, and valerian root is something that I have that it will help with ADHD, and uh, oh fuck, what is it? Um, see, I just forgot. Hello.
Dude, I'm just gonna tell you right now. That sounds like some fucking Game of Thrones D&D shit. I'm gonna get some valerian root.
What?
I'm gonna get some
Yeah,
valerian.
valerian root and pine bark. That's what I was thinking
I'm
of.
gonna get some
Pine bark.
valerian root and pine bark and grind it up in my what?
And I'm making a
Yeah,
poutine.
right. And drink this.
No, not a poutine, a poultice.
What? Drink it?
Wow.
Drink it. Valerian
Yeah,
root.
drink it. And then mix oil with it and then put it on your skin. Yeah.
Right. Right. Put it right here on your brow between your eyes and the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting that
Witchery.
there's something
Not
like
really. I'm not a witch.
no, but that'd be
People
cool if you were. You know what? It's a side note, another fucking rabbit hole. I knew.
Are you a dark
No,
lord?
I
Is this
knew
what you're
one
fixing to
though.
tell me?
No, I knew one though. I mean, I'm giving him a lot of props. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he was a dark lord. I don't even know if he's fucking alive. This dude.
I don't even know what a dark lord is. I just know it's a thing.
Yeah. So I think he. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he called himself because I was like, "Are you a warlock?"
LARPer.
I was like, "Are you?"
Was he a LARPer?
No, he wasn't a fucking LARPer. No, dude.
I want to know a LARPer.
Well, no, I knew a bunch of LARPers. No,
because I want to just watch him.
no, I knew a fucking bunch of LARPers. No, I
It's
knew a
like
fucking bunch of
just like
LARPers.
bring some drinks, a sandwich or something, and just chill and fucking watch him.
Oh fuck, Jesus Christ! But this dude, he was straight up. He was straight up. He like, once you got to know him, he was like, "Look, dude." He would go off on these little, "Hey, I'm gonna be gone for the
Mental health
weekend."
retreat.
It's like, "Oh, okay, cool, man." It's like, I was like, "What? So what are you
Would
doing?"
he be like, I'm a member of
You
the
know,
blah,
and
blah, blah.
he eventually told me.
Would he be like, I'm a member of the blah blah blah? I wanted to
What?
tell you all
What?
about it, or would he be like,
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah, yeah. No,
not really
eventually,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
How was
so
he at
he
first though?
eventually he told me, he's like, "Yeah, so
No, I mean, how was he at first? Whenever you first asked him, like,
I mean, he's a cool
whenever
dude.
he was telling you, did he try to feel you out to see if it was a weird thing that he was saying, or yeah?
Oh, right. So first, if I remember correctly, it was like, yeah, he eventually said, "Well, I'm gonna be hanging out with some friends." And at first, I was like, "Well, fuck you. I thought we were friends." Like, and then, yeah,
Sold.
right. It was like, "Well,
Send
fuck
it.
you." It's like, "No, we're gonna be in the woods." It's like, "Oh, okay, okay, good move,
Right, that orgy.
good,
I
good
mean,
move," because yeah,
camping.
yeah, yeah. It
Right.
was a good move because I hate camping.
Is he gonna camp in your mouth?
Yeah, right. And so he's like, I was like, "Oh, so like camping and stuff like that." He's like, "No," and he kinda did this little sigh like, "Dude, you're too smart. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna
Nerd
cancel this right
alert
now."
coming in
He's
hot.
like, "No, I'm a witch. I
Oh,
practice Wiccan.
that's kind of
I
cool.
I I practice Wiccan." I was like, and for a second, I was like processing it because I'm like,
Damn
"Dude,
it! I thought you were gonna tell me that you were a LARPer, that he was a
no, I
LARPer.
told you he wasn't."
Damn
I said,
it!
"I know a bunch of LARPers, but this dude wasn't.
Dang
He's a witch.
it!
He's a
Okay,
witch."
so I'm all right. I'm
So
a little disappointed that it wasn't a LARPer, but go
no,
ahead. I do
trust and believe. I have
appreciate it.
LARPer stories for you. So, oh,
Been holding out on me.
well, I didn't know you had a fucking, I didn't,
I love
I
it.
didn't know you had a LARPer fetish. So,
It's like watching grown toddlers do
oh,
stuff,
it's
like,
worse.
play
It's
fight.
worse. But in any case,
Is it? I don't
this,
know. I think it's
this
great.
guy was the most in a crowd, in a crowd. He's not a witch. He's like, oh, he's not wicked. But then when you talk to him, it's like, oh, okay. And he was very knowledgeable about the Wiccan faith. And then he was like, yeah, every once in a while we meet out. We have our meetings, and they would meet in the woods. And that was the weekend that he would have weekends where he would just, I gotta be gone. And my dumb ass, I was like, that that sounds cool. Can I come? Can I? Like I was
He's like,
just, can
sure,
I?
just bring lube. What
Like I
the
was
fuck?
like scary. Yes, like I was just like what? Like now
You could have gotten
listening
yourself into some
to how
serious
that went,
shit.
I was like, what the fuck? No, but like no, really could I? Like what the fuck would I really be doing? Like sitting there on the side
But
on
did you
some
know that
log
he was
somewhere
doing a Wiccan
watching
thing whenever
Wiccans
you were
do
like,
their
let me
thing
come?
and me
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He could have been into
no,
flogging
no,
and
no,
you
and
would have been, your ass would have been gone.
not until he told me. Not until he told me. And I was just like, what am I out there in the woods raising my hand? Sorry.
Love
Okay,
the vibe.
cool.
Okay.
Love what's going on so
Cottage core
far.
all the way.
Why? Why? why that headdress though? What does that mean? Can you just
He's like,
sorry,
sir,
okay,
can
I'm
you just,
interrupting. I'm
sir,
interrupting the ceremony. Go back, go back, go back. Like,
sit down, sir.
we'll explain it after we do the okay, cool. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to.
Right.
You
That
guys
was the
were
thing.
like
Is that
quiet, so I
sacred
didn't know it
or
was still going or not. Like I would be. I'm so glad.
you would have fucked
I am
up? Yeah,
so
you would
glad
have
I didn't go
offended
because I would have
somebody.
fucked that. I would have made it
There would have to be a sacrifice or
the
something.
worst weekend.
Small
I
bird.
would have ended up. Yeah, I would have ended up like on the end of the witch and just dead. Um, but yeah, he was Wiccan and the coolest dude. Loved hanging out with that guy. I wish I knew where he was now. I still look him up every once in a while to see if I can find him.
Have you checked Facebook?
Yeah, I ran into a bunch of people with the same name and not him. So I've thought of
You can put in the
yeah,
city
I don't know
after.
what city he's in now. I thought of
Right.
looking him up, and I probably will after after recording this episode. But yeah, he was really cool, dude. I don't know how I would approach him though. Like, hey man, remember me? Yeah, we played D&D together, and you know, sometimes we postponed the campaign because you would go out in the woods with your Wiccan community, and
Your
remember
Wiccan
that time I
people
wanted to come
and do
because I
things.
was like, I want to see, and then I'm so glad I didn't. Like that's kind of weird though. Now that I think about it, I was always
Right,
this guy
right.
who's like,
If you
"Hey, can I come and watch your thing that you kind of do in private? I just want to, I just want to watch this thing because, you know,
such
it's
a
like
voyeur.
National Geographic, but I'm there. You know, fuck the, fuck the commentary. I could just make,
Right.
yeah.
Oh my God. Like what is that one there was a show and it was this movie theater and these two little characters were in the front and
Oh,
they were
you're talking
talking
about
about the show.
Mystery
You know what I'm
Science
talking about?
Theater thing? Yeah.
Yeah, 3000 or
I was
something like
never
that.
into that, but a lot of people were
God, those are
into it, and I
funny.
was just like, "Fuck these! I don't like these guys." Any case, uh,
It was the what do they do? They
yeah,
speak
they were just
over
doing a
the
commentating.
movie and then they give
Yeah,
like commentary.
they were just
Fucking
doing
awesome.
live, well, in the moment commentary. They weren't commenting on it, commentaries after the movie. They were doing it while in the movie.
Right.
Um,
It was so
so
good.
real quick, since you have to know LARPing, uh, I hung out with New and I never participated in LARPing because I never really thought of myself being successful with it. I felt,
What you can't pretend whip somebody's ass because I can. I will pretend fuck
see,
somebody
that's the
right
thing. I
up.
can't pretend. I would go right into it.
No, I don't mean I could actually like
I, I I'd go,
play it out, but in my head I could
oh,
see it,
well,
you know,
yeah,
happening. Like I'm a bad bitch in my brain.
visualizing,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. But I'm saying being on the ground in the LARPing scenario and whacking people with
In the
yeah, and
LARPing
whacking
position.
people with the weapons that are made. No,
Mm.
I'm serious. I like no, I'm doing real shit. I'm not I'm not you're dead now. I've stabbed you. No, you didn't, fucker. Come on.
Not yet, bitch, but it's
I just
coming.
shot a lightning bolt. I ain't feel shit. I must be immune. Let's go. I'm stabbing you in the eye.
Nothing. This is
This is me
impenetrable. You know what
jabbing
I
you in
mean?
the ear. You feel that? I'm really bleeding. I know. That's how stabbing
God,
works. That's
good, great. You're
stabbing
human.
works with you know you're doing stabbing right if you see blood.
Yeah, I would get kicked out.
I'd get
I would definitely
so
get
kicked
kicked
out.
out
I
for
would
breaking the
oh,
rules. You think
oh
there's a penalty
absolutely.
box or is it just
Absolutely.
prison?
Absolutely. There was a movie, like a little documentary on it. God damn it, what's it called? It's a huge it
What?
was a huge community in God damn it, what state was it? And they had like they
I'm
had the
looking it up.
area
Wait,
huh?
Darkon, 2006
I'm sorry,
film.
what?
Um,
Yes, yeah,
Maryland.
they had the whole state mapped out.
Yeah,
Yes.
Darkon
Watch
2006 is
watch
when it
that
came
shit.
out.
Oh my God. They had the whole state
I cannot wait for this. This is gonna be the
they had
best
shit mapped
ever.
out like their territories. It was like It was like gang. It was like a Bloods and Crips, but LARPer style.
Hey, guess what? Now I have
Yeah.
playlist this
Oh,
weekend.
you're gonna watch that, and you're gonna watch it, pause it, and because you got to digest what the fuck you just saw.
I'll just go
And
out
you're
and
like, what is? You're like,
retoast.
what is happening? This is
I'll re
really.
up
And
on
then when you
my.
see the battle scene, you're like, y'all made this, and
Yes. I
what?
can't wait. Okay, so this is a good transition and watch what I'm fixing to do. So,
Sure.
so speaking of, just LARPing and then just going on into fantasy kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
So what about aliens?
Yeah.
Did you see
So
that? It was so smooth.
that was a good jump, though.
Thanks.
That was like, hey, cool. So people that use armor and foam weapons, awesome. What about intergalactic beings, though?
Beings.
Wait, what?
What if there was
Yeah,
an
these.
intergalactic LARPer?
What if we're like, what if like Earth is the Maryland of an intergalactic? Um, so I
That was a smooth
I'm
transition, I
still
thought.
sort of kind of I'm still trying to figure out aliens. I'm still trying to figure out
You come on. Do you watch Skinwalker Ranch?
okay, fucking stop reading my mind.
I can't
I was
because
about to
they hit
say
that bombshell, right? Whenever he was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, the fucking White House said, yeah, go and do
okay, so I haven't
alien
watched every
shit."
episode. Okay, so
Oh, I've watched from the
I
beginning.
haven't watched every episode. So here's my thing with
They
them.
used to call that guy, the security guy,
Yeah,
Dragon.
yeah, yeah, Dragon. So here's this thing with that show.
Dragon.
Here's this thing with this show. I'm like, I will watch things. I try not to watch shit that I know is going to be a high level of that I'm saying the whole time. Like if I'm watching something, like, come on, this is more theater than reality, or more.
But then you thought it was, but then it was yoink.
So
It was actually real.
so, Skinwalker Ranch has been around for decades. Decades. People have been, um, you know,
The place, Skinwalker
the
Ranch.
place, but the things that's been going on there have been in some capacity or another, the things that have been going on there have been documented either by word of mouth or by actual documentation of some shit.
Right.
I I'm all for that kind of thing. I'm all for the remnants of the past that speak to how dumb we are. I think that that's the big thing that I think that's the thing that we look out. Human beings look outward for the aliens that are coming from outer space. Totally don't want to look at our own shit that's here that we can't fucking explain. And they
Oh
explain
yeah, for
and a
sure.
lot of that.
We can't fix our shit, but we can fix
Well,
theirs.
it's not even fixing. It's just recognizing the fact that there's some shit that's older than any of the stuff that we know of, that's more advanced than any of the stuff that we have now. And no one can explain that.
Oh yeah.
Like, no one can come up with how. And the how part is what makes it to where we don't have something in our heads that that can put it to where we've progressed in some sort of way that makes it like, oh yeah, uh, 3,000 years ago, people were just, foraging corn out of their own poop. But now we're able to do this. No, 3,000 years ago, they were making shit and we can't even replicate that.
Yeah.
And so when you say how,
That's because we alone can't
well, sure,
fucking that word,
sure,
okay? Replicate that.
sure, but maybe we could, and we just don't know how. We don't know how
Well, we gotta stop being a shitty fucking
we
planet,
don't.
and then maybe aliens will want to come and help us.
But again, it's like the definition of aliens to me is kind of, I don't think it's as cut and dry. I think that aliens are just sort of like people that are coming back to see, hey, did they ever make it out? All right, cool. And they fly away. I think they were people that were
I love
like, if
that
there were people that were
sound.
like, if there was, I think like aliens are like people that leave their hometown and come back to see, is Jimmy John still, you know, digging the boogers out of his nose? Yeah, he is. All right, cool.
Yep.
And they go back and they go back to whatever town they're living in now that they've advanced themselves out of whatever they were in. And aliens could be that. Now, like if you think of aliens that way, it makes so much more sense. They talk different than we do. They look different than we do. They fly around and do things differently than we do in ways that we can't even comprehend. And
They prefer to probe in the
they
butt.
come, they visit, and then they leave. And we don't have a way of contacting with them. It's kind of like aliens. sounds like it sounds like aliens, and it
Right.
sounds like somebody that doesn't want to be on the farm anymore and prefers the big city. And I think that there's I think there's a lot to that, but people are afraid of that because when you think about how we can't fucking explain the pyramids.
Right.
Why?
Or, okay, even if you could explain one pyramid, there's pyramids all over. I
Right.
mean, there's pyramids in all over the planet.
Exactly. It's just that some people had a little bit of creative license depending on where they were on the planet. And and okay, they look a little different. Still can't be explained.
Right.
Why steps on one and not on the other? Why? But okay,
And where did the Mayans go? Really? Did they all just abort the ship? They were like, if you're taking one of us, you're taking Buck and all
they're
of us.
getting off the
Like, this is
farm.
bullshit.
They're getting off the farm. And so if and if they were used as power source, which hydroelectric power source makes a lot of sense when you look at the pyramids. There's a lot. I mean, that's why a lot of it has connections with water. And nobody wants to address that stuff because if that's addressed, then that means that somebody came around, some people came around and they figured out a way how to connect energy around this planet by way of these structures that we call pyramids. We don't know how they work. And then something happened and they turned them some bitches off. And we're just stuck with.
Well, I think that there's a lot of information that has been hidden from us
Yeah,
for
right. And
centuries.
so then there's the with any discussion of aliens, there's always hand in hand, skipping along down the same road, conspiracy theory. And conspiracy theory is well justified. It's going to be there because you're always going to have a conspiracy theory in place because there's a void that needs to be filled that nobody wants to fill it. They're like, okay, if people found out about this, then that means we lose control. Fuck that. We'll just keep them in the dark and let them think whatever the
Right.
fuck they want to think.
That's what it is. But I think that now that more people just don't fucking care anymore because we have bigger fish to deal with,
So,
then they're like, oh, we'll give him a breadcrumb, you know?
like aliens aside, no one, no one can explain Nikola Tesla and the shit he figured out, and the fact that
So I know that it was about energy.
right,
I
free,
refresh my memory because
endless
my brain
free
isn't
energy,
working.
just able to pull it from the atmosphere. Anybody, anybody could pull, and he had was in the midst of figuring out ways of how to make that. And it became one of those moments where you realize companies were starting to stifle his release of information, started to started to sabotage his exhibitions to show what he had discovered and how it could work in order to make it all fail so that people wouldn't believe him. The dude was amazingly smart. He was all into energy, vibrations, sequencing,
Isn't that sad?
figuring
Because
out
that could be
ways of.
it's untapped potential.
But that's the thing. That's why it was it was sabotage because they also think of the assumed lawlessness that would, for a capitalist, that all of a sudden you can't charge anybody, you can't hold any control over electricity. Anyone and everyone has all that power, any power
Right.
they need to themselves. Factories, what? You don't have any kind of power company. You don't have anything in relation to
Right. If
means
there's
of
something to be
relegating
sold, then they'll figure out a way to sell it.
right. And if somebody's saying, hey, no, 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 all of that's free. Here, let me show you. Oh, fuck this guy. To the point that even all of his plans, drawings, uh, models, everything that he had discovered, his writings with sequencing and vibrations, able to create and manipulate.
Are they classified?
No, they were stolen, and
Oh,
and the big conspiracy is that the government came in, stole a huge chunk of all of his stuff. So no,
I wouldn't be
so
surprised
no
though at
one
all.
knows what he was really um, able to develop because, but he developed so much that eventually got out, and people just don't realize how much this guy was really ahead of it. So here's this one guy doing that. Okay, what if before everybody said, okay, cool, we all can do that, and you get these structures, and we all can do that. Okay, great. We got energy flowing all over the place. Awesome. But
It makes sense though. It makes sense though why they would want to stop it, because if it can control people or make them money, then of course whoever's doing it is going to want to do
it's
it.
like the guy that developed the car that runs off water, any water, doesn't matter. Salt
Right.
water, tap water, any water, doesn't matter. And the vehicle would run off of that. That dude disappeared right when he was about to show it to everyone in the world.
He's working for the government.
No,
He has to
he
be.
disappeared, and the very few people that got his plans, they've been killed too.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's crazy.
That's not
No,
fun.
no, no, it's crazy. That's very, very 420 downer. Go back to aliens. So yeah, I it's
420.
interesting to me though.
Don't bring up Epstein
Right,
next.
no,
Come
no, it's
on.
interesting though when you have aliens come in, you have all these conspiracies that come in because it seems like we got to muddy up the waters in order to make sure that the real information doesn't really doesn't get out because if people knew what the fuck,
Well, smoke and mirrors, right?
yeah, if people,
There's so much of
yeah,
it.
if people knew what the fuck was really going on, well, I don't know. Um, I I just uh I'm super interested in aliens because for me, I
Me
think
too.
there's something about here being the entire planet. There's something about here that is reminiscent, or otherwise you wouldn't even come back. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
Right. They're probably just checking in on us and making sure we're not fucking up the world. And oh, hey, guess what? We
when you
are.
look at the
So now they're coming back even
yeah,
more.
when you look at the galaxy, we're way over here. When you look at the galaxy, we're not even a
Hello.
yeah. I'm here.
Hold on. What happened?
Oh, that's just me fucking around.
No, now it was hard to hear you.
Well, you can now though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, I think it's like when you look at the galaxy, we're way out there. Why the fuck come all the way out here?
We ain't worth a road
It's like
trip.
what happened to where people is like, you know what? I want to go see that far off place. Yeah, me too. The one that's just full of the
Sounds like
uncivilized
heaven.
things. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's almost like you're coming around to a safari, and then every once in a while, those things you're looking at in the safari fuck around and attack you, and you got to leave real quick. Right? So I don't know. I think that it's interesting when you have aliens involved and you talk about civilizations that are on the planet that have interacted with beings like that. That to me seems like when there's interaction, regardless of the probes going up the butt or whatever. Fine, whatever. They're just checking you out. They're just checking you out.
Right.
Look.
It's like a dog sniffing another dog's
Yeah, I'm
butt.
gonna give
That's
you a
all it is.
roadside. I'm gonna give you a roadside colonoscopy. Hold on. Push, push, twist,
Just
twist.
don't wiggle.
Yeah, push, push, twist, twist. And now I'm gonna put a baby inside you, man. Hold on. No, men can't have babies. It's an alien baby. We'll take it. We'll come back in about 4 weeks.
Right. Nobody's gonna know. You're gonna poop it
Yeah,
out.
we'll
It's gonna
come
be
back in
fine.
4 weeks and take it out of you just the same. All right, cool. Hey, I think
Do your biz.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sleep it off.
You get your
We're gonna
thing.
put you out. Don't worry about it. It's funny to me because people want to. People Humans want to humanize things a lot. They have to. I feel like
Yeah, it's a coping thing.
want to humanize things because it's the only way that'll help people make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? It's like say for instance, animals. They'll do the same thing. Oh, this animal is is in fear and it wants this and it's just doing that. It's like
Oh, right. It's animal instinct.
no, that's a wolf. And that wolf's just saying, like, look, if you're cool and stay over there, we're gonna be cool. And okay, but as soon as you move, I'm thinking about how to take that ankle off. It's like, cause that's
I'm gonna get that
well,
ass. Don't look
cause I,
away. I'm gonna get that ass.
because well, I mean, it's not even an eating thing. It's just a. At the end of the day, that wolf's thinking about I'm gonna survive whatever the fuck is going on. Whatever. Okay, you better pet me. Be gentle, soft, and nice. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. If I think of anything wayward, I'm going to bite your fingers off. But
If you get away with just fingers, that's great
yeah,
because usually it's the
but
face.
we want to humanize things. And we're like, okay, the whales they're beaching themselves because they're so this and so that. Maybe that motherfucker just took a bad turn. And
Right. He's having a bad day. He's trying to
it
end it.
was
Now you fucking it up. You're trying to push it back in.
it was like, hey everybody, I know the way. Follow me. This is the quick
It's
route.
fine.
I don't know, fucker.
We're
No.
gonna lay here for a couple hundred years. We'll eventually grow legs.
It's like, no, no, no. I don't think no, no, it's cool. And then next thing you know, fuck, Larry, god damn it. I knew we should have gone the way that we've always gone. We had to fucking listen to you. And then but people will come by, it's like, oh no, they're just depressed because of all the plastic in the ocean.
That's
Okay,
fair.
cool. I mean, it,
It is
it is, but at the
depressing.
same time, animals. I mean, it is, but at the same time, animals have been around to where they're
Right.
just like, look,
It's not
this
about the
fucking
humans. It's not about what we think. It is what it is, right? The earth is taking care of
yeah, this
itself for
shit's gonna go
millennia.
by. Right, this shit's gonna go by, and these fuckers are gonna die out. Or we're still gonna
Right.
be around.
Chances are
Come on,
trees are gonna
come
live
on.
past me. You know what I mean?
Am am I right, alligator? Alligator's been around for 1,000
Right.
years. You're
The
absolutely
cockroach.
right.
Come on. I mean,
You're absolutely right. These fuckers. God damn it. So the same thing with gods. Same thing with aliens. I mean, people want to humanize a god. It's a fucking god. We can't even rationalize that
nor can we
mentality.
agree on
We
what the
can't.
fuck, I mean, is it one entity? Is it a bunch of
We
entities?
can't. We can't even agree on traffic. So what the fuck are you talking about? Something that can create shit, create worlds. Why are you even thinking you're in that mental
Right.
structure? Why do you think something that can create
Yeah.
galaxies? It's
What
like,
are what
no, no,
does our
no.
galactic resume look like? Is that what, I mean, yeah,
What is that?
exactly.
Not even our
People are going to
galactic
look at us and be
resume.
like, the fuck,
Not
sit
even
down. Like,
not even our galactic. Not even our galactic resume. What is our galactic value?
oh,
Like,
nothing.
oh
Our
yeah, I
galactic
did this.
value is
Check
zero.
this. Check out this ant farm. I was taking care of it like, you know, 100,000 years ago, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go over here and
Like
do
this
this
is a
one.
mess. They're probably not
I'm
going to
gonna
make
do
it.
this one. I'm gonna go back over here and shake this one up and then clear it out and fuck it. I'm gonna go over. Check this one out though. Check this out. Yeah, yeah. Luminescent ants. Check it out. Yeah, the glow, the dark is amazing. Yeah, I just made that shit up, man. Yeah, yeah. All right. Hey, take me over to your guys. Meanwhile, over in our ant farm called Earth, we're like, come back, fuck you. I'm doing this luminescent
Right.
ant thing. Have you
They're
seen
not.
these fuckers? The way over here. You're never gonna make
We're
it out
not.
of there anyway.
Yeah, we're not
You
the only ones, you know?
They got
So they've got
spaceships.
lots of choices.
You guys don't even know what's in your ocean. So fuck off. Like we don't we're talking about
It's true.
aliens from outer space. We don't even know what's at the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly. Hello?
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean by we're too afraid of the how of what is happening right here. The
Right.
how that we're looking out to
Internalizing it is
space.
really scary.
Yeah, we're looking out to space, but under the ocean might be shit that we just don't. Fuck the ocean.
How do you know that
Antarctica.
the ocean, the deep, deep, deep ocean, isn't a wormhole to other galaxies?
Okay, good point. No, no, valid. And you know what? Who's gonna prove it wrong?
Well,
No one's
fair.
been there. No one's been there to figure it out. You
True.
could say that, and no one's been like, "Nah, I've been to the bottom of the ocean. I've
I didn't see
mapped
that
the entire
shit.
ocean. I've mapped the entire ocean floor, and
They had a
it's not.
McDonald's and a
It's
Starbucks, and that was about
yeah.
it.
It's not a wormhole. It's actually no, nobody's gonna come up and say that.
Right.
As a matter of fact, what's going on in Antarctica? Eh, nobody knows. But you look at old maps, and that's not the shit that's there now.
Why? What?
That,
I'm so lost.
that shit's green. That shit's got a
Oh,
diff.
right. Okay.
It's like, so how did all that happen? Why did all that happen? What's there now? Why does no one want to talk about it? Because it's a lot of conspiracy theories in regards to that. Um,
We could
a
do
lot.
conspiracies for days.
I think that, man,
It's fascinating, I think.
it's very fascinating because I think what makes conspiracy theories fascinating to me is that they are a whole nother level above stereotypes. And
Yes, I
like
would agree to
like
that.
ste- like stereotypes has got a kernel of truth to it in order to make it to where you can bastardize it enough to be a really, really ridiculous belief in something. Whereas a conspiracy theory has way more truth, but the truth is so fucking scary. We got to come up with something else to
Right.
make to make
Right.
to make
Right. Exactly. So we know that this probably isn't gonna be the everything that happened, but we're gonna go there anyway because we don't want to
yeah,
deal
yeah.
with what's at home.
It's like, oh, if everybody knows about what's going on here, we're fucked.
Okay,
Ooh,
so things that that would play into, let's say, aliens, um,
yeah. No, there's
demons,
like the
ghosts,
aliens. Yeah, like the alien.
fairies, leprechauns.
Yes, like that whole thing exists. It's just on Antarctica. What?
You
What?
never know. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
Again.
know.
No, exactly. It's the same thing as the ocean. It's like, okay, well, nobody's been to the bottom of the ocean to refute anything about wormholes. No one's been all over Antarctica to refute. There's no fucking frozen fairyland there or something deep underneath it. And it sounds bizarro, but at the same time, there's nothing that's really, you know, like I said, there's nothing that's really refuting it that aliens aren't there, or that aliens weren't there before and now it's remnants of them there or something like that. There's nothing that is talking about that type of stuff is all the things that are fueling conspiracy theories. Like Operation High Jump. Just look that up. It'll keep you up at night. And
Operation High Jump?
yeah, yeah.
Where the hell do you learn this shit?
I don't know. I just have a odd way of holding amazing what the fuckness.
I love it.
But yeah, it's the military, U.S. military, in their Antarctic expedition that happened over there. But like
Mm.
Germans, like Nazi Germany was heavy into Antarctica and trying to figure that shit out.
Really?
Why?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
like why?
German Antarctic
Like
expedition.
what's there that you want to send an entire U.S. military expedition there?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Exactly. Yeah, you look. Yes,
What?
exactly.
What?
Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
God! My
Now you,
office,
now
all the
you,
shit's coming off of the walls. I'm gonna map this out.
yeah. Now you have Darkon and you have
I need,
Operation High
I
Jump.
need a lot of string. I think.
Yes. And then, okay, now that you speak of string, also look up the conspiracy. It's on Netflix, I think. It's still on. No, it might not be on Netflix, but it's called several things, which are which plays on the conspiracy thing. It's called several things, but
Is it a documentary?
no, it's like a found footage movie. It's so good though.
Okay, so what do I look at?
Uh,
Operation what?
oh no. Um, it's called The Conspiracy. It was a movie in 2012. So good. Oh, so fucking good. I just watched it like a few weeks ago.
I'm gonna
I hadn't seen
totally
it.
nerd out, and I'm writing this stuff down. So we've got Darkon
Yeah, yeah, you got Dark.
movie.
I love
This is
the
gonna be the best weekend ever.
I love the progression.
So
It starts with
Darkon,
Dark.
okay, the conspiracy.
I love it so much. Yeah, Darkon starts
Movie,
progression.
okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Darkon, Operation High Jump, and
there's a
then you
documentary on
watch.
Operation High Jump.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few discussions on Operation High Jump.
Well, I may get lost in the depths of YouTube.
Oh, you're going to fucking your algorithm is going to be so jacked right now. You're going to have
Okay,
suggestion shit that's going to be all over the place. But I think that aliens would be in very remote places that we just don't have a desire, interest, or capability of really looking into, investigating, figuring out. And I think shit's been on this planet that we just. Oh, I dropped the mic. I dropped my mic. I'm good. I think it's just been on this planet that we just, if it's just too scary as a human race, we shoot first.
yeah,
We, we just do. I mean, we just do. Like the giants in the Middle East. Apparently, we shot up a bunch of fucking giants. And
yeah. Who knew? Okay, that's what you get for keeping stuff from us, right? We don't
like
fucking
the
know what we're
cave,
doing.
like the cave giants in the Middle East,
And don't tell me
apparently
that trees can't walk because I've seen it on the internet.
stumbled across them. We stumbled across them and they attacked armed forces and we just shot
When
and
was
blew up.
that? Was it recent?
Um, that was in that was in let's see, the redhead giant. It's like the redhead giant in the Middle East. But yeah, that supposedly
You said it was in the Middle East.
that supposedly happened in Kandahar. Um, 13-foot giant in the early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Giants of Kandahar.
Yeah.
Outlandish tales of the U.S. military in the U.S. military and Afghan Colossi. What's Colossi
Yeah.
or Colossi? I don't know what that is.
Um, I'm-
Well, now I'm
I
gonna go
don't-
fucking write that down. Okay,
yeah.
come
Now you
on.
have
What
4 things.
else?
You got 4 things. Yay! My day is full. But yeah, it's like
I
you
have
got
purpose
things
in
like
life.
that on, but you got things like that on the planet, right? And yet we still look up in the sky. And I'm not saying don't look for aliens in the sky, but we got some shit down here, surface side, that we might want to
Focus on.
we might we might want to have a fucking understanding of what the hell's going on. Okay, what? There's
So
giants
full
living in a
circle,
cave?
right? Full
There's
circle
giants living
because
in
go ahead.
uh-uh. No, no, right, go ahead.
So full circle because I don't know what do we got? What are we looking at? Hour 9.
Yeah, so we can say it says 1 hour and 9 on the thing. I'm just sitting
Um.
here sipping Country Time. Country Time Lemonade is the
Oh, is
unofficial
it?
sponsor of this episode.
No,
Let
it
me
is
tell you,
most fucking certainly not. Weed is definitely the sponsor of this
let me
podcast right
tell
now
you,
today.
Country Time, Country Time does not taste like that good old fashioned lemonade. It
It
tastes,
doesn't. It has a
it does
specific.
not.
It has a specific taste to it, doesn't it?
It has a very specific Country Time taste to it.
It's a country time taste. I used to love that shit, and I would get it and like get a
Yeah.
spoon and like get a
Mhm.
spoon and just eat the spoon, like eat a little bit off of the spoon.
Maybe I'm not drinking it
The
right, and
powder.
I've had it the way that you've talked about, like where it's just like a dipping, like just eating it just right out of the
Yeah,
yeah.
eating it right out of the container like
Yeah,
a
just
madman.
eating. Yeah, this yeah, it's how good
So
now.
good.
Ah, just putting your tongue in the container. No one will know. Ah, look, frosted
Ew.
tongue. Frosted tongue is so awesome.
Gross. Done it.
Yeah,
I've
I
done it, but it's
that
gross.
yeah, that's our 2 sponsors for our 2 unofficial
You're
sponsors
right.
for this episode is weed,
And
Country Time
country time
lemonade,
lemonades. Perfect.
and weed, Country Time lemonade, and marijuana is so good you got to say it twice.
Especially on 420.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah, that's weird. So you were saying circle back what now?
That's exactly what I was saying.
Oh, the weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now to end on a humorous note, since
Yes,
we're
please.
at the end of it, and it kind of goes back to the whole Skinwalker Ranch because you were asking about some things. Let me just talk to you about the shitty TV that elderly people
Oh my
watch.
God, please do. Yes, I need to hear this.
So and this is how it ties in because Skinwalker Ranch is one of those. So, and more specifically, my mom have you ever talked to, been around, or engaged with someone that makes their own rabbit holes?
Oh, well, my grandmother had Alzheimer's. So, yeah.
Okay. I, I think, let me define it a little bit more because it's not an Alzheimer's thing. It's just that it's just when somebody wants a detail that's so irrelevant and not even like, what the fuck, why, who would know that, right? And my mom's that person. So she watches these shows, and I feel like they're super, super shitty because I'd rather have like really engaging shit. But she's like really, really, she gets really into shows and they're real. She loves all the FBI shows.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Dick Wolf makes a killing. That motherfucker is a most prolific show producer, writer, creator I've ever seen. Any case, um, but then she watches these other shows and she's just so like, I'm like, Ma, there's no way Queen Latifah is an equalizer. No, she's kicking
She
down the
is.
doors. This is not, and there's no way. There's no way Niecy Nash would be in the FBI. This doesn't work. That's
Right.
not how it is. That's
Oh,
not
bless
how it.
her.
And then she watches these shows. I mean, thankfully she stopped watching The View because that was that was like sticking a finger in my eye and trying to touch my
Oh,
brain.
no.
but she'll watch she'll watch Kelly and Mark because she wants to know how Mark is doing. Never met Mark, but she wants to know how Mark is doing. Make sure that he's doing all right, and then she'll bring up stuff that no one has. It's like, oh, okay, so yeah, this person was in an accident. Uh, this person was driving, and they got into an accident, and so, oh, well, what was the passenger saying? I, I don't know.
I, mm,
I don't know. They were, but why weren't they saying anything about like, hey, watch out for the vehicle? Don't know why. Passenger
perhaps they
didn't.
were on their phone. Who knows?
Don't know why. Don't know why. See, yeah, and then you say something like, I think they were on the phone. See, that's the problem. If they weren't on the phone, the accident
It's
would never have
gospel.
happened.
Holler,
I
it's gospel.
I highly doubt that if the passenger wasn't on their phone, the accident would never happen. That's not
Right.
how.
No, I think that's reasonable.
That's, they're not in
Sure, why not?
they're not in any bit of
Go with
control
it.
of anything like that.
And then what
Mm,
happens?
I don't think so, because then they would have been able to say, "Hey, watch out for that," and then they
Are
would have
you
been able
there?
to
I can't
stop.
hear
No,
you.
you can't hear me now.
Wait, there you go. Gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So it's so bizarre that she likes that. So now she's into the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Fuck
Is her
me.
favorite dragon. Ugh. Is he
She
awesome?
doesn't understand dragon. She doesn't
Yeah, nobody
understand.
does, I don't think.
She doesn't understand dragon. She doesn't.
I don't
And I'm just gonna
understand why dragons got. Never mind. Never mind. Never
I'm just
mind.
gonna give you the names of the people. Okay. I know you watch the show, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm a fan.
I'm
I'm
gonna
there.
give you the names of the people. Okay.
Yep.
Because this is their names for me when discussing it with her.
Oh, okay. 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 Assigned names.
So
Got you.
the one that sticks the one that we're gonna start with first is the one that is going to, we both will agree on. His name is Dragon.
Yes.
Then we have the spiky haired man. We have
Who's the scientist? That's the scientist.
we have the man that used to live there.
Yep. Yep.
We
Yep.
have
Okay.
the man that now lives there,
Okay.
and we have the people that he works for, that works for him.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
name.
But
That's
he
the name.
lives there.
That's
The
the
man that
names.
lives there. He doesn't live there, but he lives there.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
names. I'm like, what? What's their names? That man right there, the spiky hair man.
Oh, that's so
Okay,
cute.
great, great. So now I got to watch the show in order to know
To know what, yeah, what happens, what man
who the
looks
hell
like,
are you
who, yeah,
talking about. Now I
good
watched
stuff.
season one, and I was already like, fuck this, I'm out.
No
No,
way, man. I was
no,
invested.
huh? You were? No,
I love it.
I was out. I was like, no, fuck this show.
I also love Curse of Oak Island. That's my favorite.
Okay,
And I
so
know that there's a whole subreddit.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
So
there. I'm in it, you know?
so Skinwalker Ranch is interesting to me, but now they've gotten into this whole aspect of, well, from what I've seen so far, and you're further along in it than I am. I'm assuming you are.
Yeah,
But
I just watched
now,
the newest episode.
so wait, they're on season two, right? Or season what?
Season 3, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
season 3.
We're on season two. Now they're talking about portals
Yeah, oh, it gets much better.
they brought the fucking rabbi out there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
Jewish.
I don't want
Sorry,
to ruin it
Jewish
for you,
people. I know
but
you're like
that's
fucking
old
rabbi.
news. Yeah, that's old news. So
Yeah,
now
yeah,
we
yeah.
actually have backing from the government.
Yeah. So now, right.
No, but in
So
season 3.
so for me, it's this thing of where it's like if all these things are elements of possibility there, why fuck around? Like you're really going to fuck around.
Literally, they said on this last episode, we're just going to poke the hornet's nest.
They keep saying that. They've been
I
saying that since season
know.
two. Like, okay, look, here's something you can't understand. You're fucking around with things that can understand. You're literally falling in the equation of fucking around and finding out. Now,
Right.
you're going to really piss off these things that already understand how this works. because you're just going out here and getting Tesla coils and
and playing
lasers.
1.6 gigahertz sequence
Yeah, and lasers
frequency.
and the dude with the lump on his head. It's like, bruh, if you were
Right. Okay, and he got to
out
go
there
stay in
and
this little fucking hut thing, this little metal
silo
hut
thing,
thing.
yeah. If you were fucking around on a place and all of a sudden that place gave you a lump on your head, you're out. You're out. You're
Done.
out.
I'm
People are
done.
walking out of people are walking out of Walmart. Why the fuck would you stick around with a place that is literally fucking with your head? And so and it's like my mom is like watching this, like, oh yeah, dragon, dragon, dragon. And it's like, dragon is only there for the money, right? Because no one is like
And the
dragon's been there.
hugs.
Like
And the
dragon's
hugs.
been there the longest of a lot of people that have been there
Yes.
before. So he's seen some shit. So just anybody else, if they've seen the shit that he's seen, they're out. They're out.
Right.
Like the one kid's
He's
family.
like, I'm just going to sit here and see how this
Yeah,
goes.
but apparently they're paying Dragon enough to endure that. Like Dragon's like, hey
Fair.
man,
I
y'all
hope
shouldn't.
he's getting compensated fairly for
It's
this.
like y'all shouldn't do that. Well, Dragon, we're gonna go ahead and
Every time that
yeah,
we dig, it's a
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
How
And
about
he will
you
just
don't fucking dig then?
like he'll say stuff aloud that's sort of like a soft no, but they're paying him so well that he doesn't want to say no. So he'll
Right.
just say stuff like, well, every time we dig, somebody
It's
gets a
true.
tumor. Yeah, but we're gonna dig this time with infrared shovels. Okay, I'll just look out it. Look out it. And I hate that doctor. I can't stand it.
I
I
love
cannot
it. I
stand
love
spiky hair.
it.
I'm sorry, I used the wrong name. I can't stand spiky hair, man. I really don't understand what's going on. Let's see. How
Okay, well
about
then
we
you're
get
really not gonna like season 3.
how about we get uh, a reader that can read the thermal energy? Let's crank it up.
You sound
Let's crank it
like
up,
him.
see what
Holy
happens.
crap.
Let's see what happens. The whole mesa's glowing. Why is this whole mesa's
Oh my
glowing? Let's
god, you
go up to the
sound just
top.
like him.
No, man, that's them communicating, saying, "Hey, man, don't fuck around, because we're up here.
Oh,
Look, look, we just lit up the sky in a way
that
that
was
you
so
can't
good.
explain. You can't explain how we just lit up the sky. How about you just send us a Hallmark card or some shit to say, hey man, can you teach us? And we'll decide if we want to come down. But if you come up here, we're gonna fuck you up. Let's go see. Because
Let's go see.
I
Oh my
feel like
gosh.
I feel like everything we need to do is at night. No man, you go with the most light
Right.
possible.
We gonna bright light. And we gonna put lights outside when it's light. We gonna put lights on the lights
Like
when it's light.
this dude is so he annoys the fuck out of me.
No,
But
I
my
love it
mom
so
will watch
much.
it. My
Oh my
mom
god, I love
watches
it
it.
so
And
much.
she's like, "Ooh, they're about to go in there. Oh,
Yeah.
come look at all the lightning that's
Yeah,
shooting around.
you're gonna have to take some sound bites. Maybe do an interview with her.
Oh,
I think that
look at
that's pod worthy for an oats.
they're going they're going up. They're gonna dig. They're gonna find." And then she'll get that part and make a whole nother show that will never be. She's like, they're gonna dig, and they're gonna find a whole bunch of people under there,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be that live under there
There's a spaceship under there.
and talking to them, and they're gonna have all the power. It's like, Ma, none of that's even happened. They just dug one. They didn't
Tell her
even.
to hold
It,
on. You need to hold on, son. You don't know what you're talking about. Your mama onto something.
all of them gonna end up with cancer. God, this story is just dark for you, isn't it? That man's got. He looks like he's got a tumor right now. Really? Right now? He just.
Right
It's like,
though? I
but
mean, right?
they keep coming with these people out of the blue. It's just hard for me to swallow stuff like that because I'm just like, oh, this is
No, I'm here
bullshit.
for it. And it's my day. So we have to just be here for it for just a minute.
The cows, and then the dogs that
The
were
cow
smushed into the
mutilation,
ground.
that was not some nice stuff.
The
So
dogs that were smushed into the ground, the cows, the balls, the
the
balls
balls,
with
the
a
balls.
bunch of heat that smashes things. The
Yeah, shit get fucked up. Okay, look, be fucking around, be finding out.
the people, yeah, the people running in the snow and then turning into a large wolf. Uh,
All of it.
it,
I'm
it's
here
yeah,
for it. I am
it's a
so here
lot.
for it.
It's a lot happening, and it's just sort of like we can't figure out this, but we're trying to figure out how to go to another planet.
Right, 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 right.
We
Hello.
can't.
Thank you. Okay, and on that note, bow for the people because that was on
Let's
point.
be done. Let's be done. Because you got like four things. You got four things you're gonna watch, and
Oh my god, I'm
so
gonna nerd out on it totally.
everyone, thank you for the 420 explosion in our 420 episode.
Woohoo!
Episode 23 is out right now, and we're gonna have a double promo of the episode 23 and the episode 24, which is our 420 episode. So
Woohoo!
we're gonna go ahead and promote that and be done with it.
I think we
And
did a great
yeah,
job
I think
as long as it recorded.
yeah, right. It's still showing it's recording, so that's great. Um, yeah, funny thing about that, but I figured it out. I thought
Oh
I lost
shit.
last episode.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
well, I thought I lost your part of the last episode.
You're like, it was still relevant and very valid. I enjoyed
It was saying
listening
it
to
was
myself
99.
very
It was
much.
saying it was saying it was 99% loaded for 4 days. It's like, why is this 1% taking so long?
Oh,
But it worked itself out.
good. I'm glad.
Anyway, thank you for always being such an amazing person. And
Oh,
I
you're so sweet to
thoroughly wanted
me.
you to know that I enjoy it. It's not because you came on super high or anything like that. I just enjoyed you as a
Didn't hurt
fantastic.
though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It didn't distract. It didn't distract. But first, foremost, and always, thank you to everyone that listens to our episodes and podcasts.
Like,
Really
subscribe,
appreciate it.
share.
Really, really, really appreciate it. I mean, everyone in Texas, everyone in New York, Florida, Georgia, New Jersey, Iowa, and now California. We see you, Fresno. Everyone in Taiwan, France, Switzerland, Finland, uh, Belgium, UK,
Hell yeah.
and
That's
Germany.
15, right? That's
Uh,
15.
yeah,
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 all 15 of you.
we're getting up
Y'all
there.
should
We're
come
getting
and
up
bring a
there.
friend.
Right. Yeah, Bavaria. Wow. Who knew? In England, check you out. In Brussels, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
I loved going to Brussels.
SEMA and in Switzerland and VOD. Yeah, thank
Are you
you.
just listing all
And
the countries in the world, or do we actually have listeners there?
no, no, this is I'm looking at our geographic locations and our analytics. These are all people are all in these places listening.
What?
Yeah, New Taipei. I hadn't even hit the US. US, we got Texas, New York. We got in Texas, we got people in Arlington, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Hurst, and Irving. And in New York, we
We
have
got step.
people in
Texas got to step it up.
yeah, we got people in Brooklyn, Pompano Beach of Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Fairview, New Jersey,
Hmm,
and we're in Iowa. People in Indianola. Thanks, and Fresno, California. Thanks to everybody that's been
sweet.
listening. We really
Oh, and a big
appreciate it.
thanks to somebody asked me about the podcast. I think it was yesterday, Kendra. So if you're listening, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, Kendra, what's going
What's
on?
going on?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Hope we were everything you wanted us to be.
Yikes.
Hope we were like, I heard it's kind of cool. I wanted to check it out. Oh shit, I was wrong.
She's like, shit show. Hello.
Yeah, right. Now I gotta tell her. Oh yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
She's just going to block my number.
I love that part. What
That's
part?
funny.
The part?
The one
Yeah.
part.
I love that part. But
I love
when you
that
guys
so
were laughing so
much.
hard, you guys were laughing
You
really.
were so funny. You were trying to be funny.
Yeah, you don't remember
Love
you guys were
that.
laughing. God, I was laughing too. I couldn't hear it all.
Yeah.
I was laughing
No, we
so hard.
couldn't.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks to everyone listening, and really
Thank
appreciate you
you.
all doing that. Please come back again for
Yes.
our 25th episode. Will be
Yeah.
coming up at some point. But most of all,
Well,
thank you.
probably,
Hmm?
probably the next time that we record.
Yeah. I think that's when we record. Will be the 25th. But she is the dinosaur,
That's me.
and I am the dude, and we thank you all very much. Please come back around again. Check us out, and we'll try and
Come up with
baffle
some
you
weird
with.
shit to talk about.
Yeah, we'll try and baffle you with some of the most amazing content again on the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. Thanks again. Love you all. Love you, and check you later.
All right. See ya.
Bye.